this kind of a mid-season change?
What change? You mean the new receiver? I think just getting up to speed. The advantage we have is that it's the bye week, so this has been valuable for him to get up to speed on just how we call things versus what he's been doing before. And I think it takes a little bit of the I don't want to say the pressure off. I mean, we're working around the clock to get ready for next week, but it's harder to do in a week. Like jump in, and you're already practicing for the game plan and all that stuff. So I think some of this has been helpful that we've had these 2 days to work just on getting everything down.
How can he help Dak? And just what does he bring to this offense? Maybe a different dimension, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, it adds a piece to our team. It's I don't think we're looking at it like, okay, now this is like this is the one thing we need to do. It's certainly going to help us, and we're excited about adding to our group. I feel good about some of the things we've trended in the passing game the last few weeks, and the way Cole's been playing, and Michael's game last week, and I thought Allen did some really good things in the game. I think to add him to our receiving core is going to give our offense some more punch. So we're looking forward to seeing how it develops down the road.
Did y'all need that explosive outside guy?
Well, to me, you can't have enough playmakers on your team. Feel like he's a guy that can do some of the stuff you want to do on the outside part of the field, and he's been versatile in his career. It doesn't just play one position; can move around. So yeah, he's got a nice history of being a big-time playmaker, and all the way from high school days. This guy has a knack of making the big play, and I think he can add that to our offense.
What does that open up for the running game? Clearly, teams focus on the running game. Like this.
Yeah, I mean, any time they got to defend, both parts of your offense, it certainly helps the other side. If we lean heavy on our run game, and our pass game is, in a couple games hasn't been productive enough, in my opinion. Last week was a change. I think that trend is good, and to be able to add another weapon to our ability to have explosive capability on offense is going to help both sides of our offense.
There's been a lot of change at receiver in the last 6 months. What kind of challenge is that for a coaching staff?
Well, I mean, it's a fun challenge. They're young, enthusiastic people. All those guys, I love working with them. I've seen them improve this year each week. We're adding a new player to the core. Gives Dak another guy that is, in my mind, a proven playmaker in this league, and so the challenges are fun. I mean, we don't have the history of playing together for 3 years or anything like that, but you got a lot of hungry guys that want to go out and ultimately help us win football games, and that's what's fun about it.
Pressure seems to be now on the rest of the offense that you've got this piece in the building. If the offense doesn't perform, maybe especially on the road, is that?
No, we don't look at it. There's pressure on every time you line up and play football. I've been in this league 17 years, but there's a lot.
Not necessarily an excuse, but
no, we're making zero excuses. We got to go out and perform regardless of who's here. So it doesn't really change anything as far as we're concerned.
He's had a couple different coordinators that worked under you previously. Is there any natural carryover for him, maybe scheme-wise?
I think a little bit. Everybody's a little different. Everybody calls things different. A lot of times it's because you keep things somewhat similar to where you were, regardless. But there's going to be some carryover for him. Probably more so from college than anything. There's quite a bit that's still in the Alabama playbook from our Miami playbook. So he hears some of these formations now that probably sound a little more familiar to his college days than really where he's been.
Through the first couple of days, has he lived up to kind of what you saw the past 4 years?
Yeah, I think he's really talented kid. I think the thing about him is he's only 24 years old. He's been in the league now for a good bit, and so he's got some experience that really will be valuable too. It doesn't take these veteran receivers as long to get up to speed with what we're doing. because they know what it takes, the time you got to put in out of the building, staying here late, doing whatever you got to do to get up to speed. So I think that part is going to be really valuable. The fact that he brings some experience to kind of a young room.
He's a young guy who's ready to play.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got the experience now in this league where he's coming in here. I don't think it's as hard if he was obviously a first or second year player. That's more difficult for guys, I think. He knows what it takes to get himself ready in a short period of time.